Sister Wives star Meri Brown has a new man, Ron. Some big information about him has been leaked. There is a lot to unfold and uncover when it comes to this. However, fans have been dying to know more information about her new boyfriend. It seems like fans will be seeing a lot of him when it comes to the next season of Sister Wives. Keep reading to find out more about this situation. Meri Brown leaves marriage. Spiritually divorced Meri Brown was married to Cody Brown for a long time. She was the first wife in the relationship. However, the two went through a lot of hard times together. There was the catfish scandal that almost ruined their relationship. However, Meri ended up leaving shortly after Janelle and Christine did. She also got spiritually divorced from Cody, which is something neither Janelle nor Christine did. However, she had a fling with a guy until people realized he was not who he seemed to be. Since then, she has not been dating a lot. However, that has changed now that she may have a new beau. Big info leaked about her new man. Ron Meri Brown was seen speed dating in the preview for the next season of Sister Wives. However, Ron, the guy who was seen in the preview, may stick around for longer than people thought. Sarah Fraser spoke on this. "We're going to be seeing a fair amount of Ron." She then goes into what people know about him. Well, he's reportedly from around the Salt Lake City area. They met at the speed dating event, and I believe that's actually true. We are going to see him on multiple episodes. He apparently is a business owner. She also said he was divorced 4 years ago. Sarah has also heard that Meri is into Ron greatly. However, it is unknown if they are still together, but if they are taking it slow. It seems as though the two could still be an item. However, they want to take things slow due to their past relationships. Fans would love to see Meri in a new relationship since her one with Cody did not work out. They love seeing Christine with David, so this could be the new relationship fans love watching. However, no one is going to know much more about him until they watch him on Sister Wives. What do you think about this? Do you think they could make a good match? Sound off in the comments below. We would love to hear your thoughts on this situation. In the sprawling, often tumultuous narrative of the Brown family from TLC's Sister Wives, Meri Brown has long been a figure of poignant resilience. As the first wife in Cody Brown's plural marriage, she endured public humiliation, private heartache, and the slow, painful unraveling of a 3-decade-long relationship. Her eventual decision to formally and spiritually divorce Cody marked the end of an era. But it also opened the door to a future she is only now beginning to claim. After a period of quiet reflection and a brief problematic fling, Meri is stepping boldly back into the spotlight of dating, and this time, the cameras are rolling. Leaked details and insider reports confirm that a new man named Ron is set to become a significant part of her story, offering fans a front-row seat to what may be Meri's most promising romance yet. Meri's journey to this point has been a public trial by fire. For years, she was the wife in the periphery, her connection to Cody irreparably damaged by the infamous catfishing scandal of 2015. While she remained legally and spiritually tied to him long after romance had faded, the departures of wives Christine and then Janelle seemed to catalyze her own liberation. In a move that distinguished her from the others, Meri pursued a formal spiritual divorce or dissolution of commitment with Cody, a symbolic act that severed their celestial ties and granted her complete emotional freedom. Since then, the question on every fan's mind has been, what's next for Meri Brown? A brief post-divorce romantic encounter fizzled out when the suitor's intentions were called into question, leaving Meri understandably cautious. However, the upcoming season of Sister Wives promises to chart a new and hopeful path. In a preview for the new season, Meri was seen tentatively putting herself back out there, attending a speed dating event, a scene that perfectly encapsulates her mixture of trepidation and hope. But it appears that one of those brief encounters blossomed into something more substantial. According to insider Sarah Fraser, who has spoken on the matter, a man named Ron, glimpsed in the promotional materials, is not just a passing cameo. We're going to be seeing a fair amount of Ron, Fraser revealed, sending the Sister Wives fandom into a frenzy of speculation and support. The leaked information paints a picture of a man who seems to be a stable and grounded counterpart to Meri's very public life. So, who is Ron? The details, while still emerging, are intriguing. He is reportedly a businessman from the Salt Lake City area, suggesting a man with professional drive and established roots, a trait that likely appeals to Meri, a successful entrepreneur in her own right with her clothing brand, LuLaRoe Business and the historic bed and breakfast, the Lizzie's Heritage Inn. Furthermore, Fraser shared that Ron is divorced, having gone through that life-altering experience approximately 4 years ago. This shared experience of a failed long-term marriage could form a foundational understanding between them, a mutual comprehension of loss, rebuilding, and the cautious hope of a second chance. The report indicates that the pair met at the very speed dating event featured on the show, confirming the authenticity of the televised moment. More importantly, Fraser states that Ron will appear in multiple episodes, confirming that this is a genuine courtship, not a producer-manufactured storyline. Perhaps the most telling detail from the leak is the assertion that Meri is into Ron greatly, suggesting a genuine and reciprocated connection that has developed away from the cameras. The question of whether they are still together remains officially unanswered, and if they are, the insider suggests they are taking it slow. This cautious approach is not only wise but utterly understandable given both of their histories. Meri, after the profound betrayal of the catfish incident and the slow dissolution of her marriage to Cody, has every reason to guard her heart. For Ron, entering a relationship with a nationally televised personality brings its own unique set of challenges and pressures. A slow, deliberate pace is not a sign of disinterest, but rather one of respect and serious intent. The fan response to this news has been overwhelmingly positive. Viewers have watched Meri navigate loneliness and rejection for seasons, and her search for happiness has become a central point of audience investment. The joyous reception to Christine Brown's fairy tale romance with David Woolley has proven that the Sister Wives audience is deeply invested in the redemptive arcs of these women. The prospect of Meri finding her own David is a storyline fans are eager to embrace. This new development with Ron signifies more than just a new relationship. It represents the culmination of Meri's arduous journey toward self-discovery and autonomy. For years, her story was defined by her relationship to Cody and the family. Now she is the author of her own narrative. As Sister Wives prepares to document this budding romance, fans are poised to witness a long-awaited chapter of happiness for the first wife, a chapter filled with the promise of companionship, mutual respect, and a love that is entirely and finally her own.